This is our CE311 multimedia project by Ben Vondenbrink and Kyle Wicks. For our topic, we discuss the ongoing issue that is trees in close proximity to Interstate 26 throughout the state of South Carolina. Enjoy.
Unfortunately, this is the view that many automobile passengers are met with when they run off the road on I-26.
Many cars that run off the road immediately strike the trees that are in close proximity to the shoulder or median of the road.
Collisions like these occur on I-26 all across the state.
For those of you out-of-state students like myself, here's some brief information on I-26. It is a highway that is 306 miles long with 221 of these miles in South Carolina. Just to show the amount of traffic volume, the combined AADT from cities between Charleston and Spartanburg alone is 506,600 vehicles. It starts down in Charleston and travels through some major cities such as Columbia, Spartanburg, Asheville, and then ends in Kingsport, Tennessee.
All along I-26, there are trees in the median along the outside shoulder. According to SCDOT, for an interstate route without a guardrail, at any speed, the specification is that all vegetation under 4 inches in diameter be 30 feet away from the edge of the roadway, and that all vegetation over 4 inches in diameter be 45 feet away from the roadway. According to a Clemson study, only 12 out of 147 randomly selected areas met the required 30-foot zone. At a posted speed limit of 70 miles an hour for almost all of I-26, means that the average driver is driving at 70 miles an hour or over, which would prove to be fatal if the car were to drive off the road and hit a tree.
A fixed object can be described as any stationary structure or vegetation along the road. Some examples of objects are telephone poles, guardrails, a large rock, or in the case of I-26, trees. These fixed objects seem to help the aesthetics of the highway, but can often prove to be deadly hazards. In 2013, 767 residents were killed in traffic incidents. 40.9% were due to collisions with fixed objects, with collisions with trees being the highest of these.
So how can we fix this ongoing problem? The most simple idea that comes to mind is to remove all the trees near the roadway. Dr. Wayne Sarasu of Clemson University is quoted saying, "If you eliminate the trees, you eliminate tree crashes."
There is a lot of opposition to the DOT's suggestion to cut down the trees. Many environmentalists of the area believe that the trees add beauty to the stretch of highway and that the drivers are to blame. They also believe government funding should go into helping educate drivers to not text or drink and drive so that the trees may be saved.
One circumstance where the issue has already come to a head was just outside of Somerville in 2014. Environmentalists and the DOT debated back and forth over what action would be best. A compromise was finally reached in the 24-mile stretch between Jedburgh and I-95, which is commonly referred to as Accident Alley. In the 7 deadliest miles of the 24-mile stretch, all trees were removed from the medians. For the remaining 17 miles, guardrails were placed in front of the trees to protect drivers.
When it came time for us to come to our own conclusion for the problem, we decided to use Accident Alley as an example and find a compromise. First, the trees should be trimmed back to SCDOT specifications so that any car that goes off the road doesn't immediately strike a tree. Drivers should have some room for air. To further protect drivers, we propose that the DOT places cable guardrails in front of the tree line, if not everywhere, in consistently problematic locations.
We believe that cable guardrails are the key to solving the issue along I-26. A cable guardrail consists of multiple steel cables connected by a series of weak posts. Relative to typical cast-in-place concrete barriers, cable guardrails are quite cheap. In addition, they can deflect up to 8 feet when hit, adding extra security.
With our solution, we will be limiting the number of trees cut down by only cutting back to SCDOT specifications, which provides safety as well as not ignoring the environmentalists. The cable guardrails will provide both a safe and relatively cheap solution to the safety issue. With our compromise, we will be able to protect the beauty of one of the state's major highways, as well as once again making I-26 safe for its residents.